Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Auto Alfred video, and today we're finally back with F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. Yes, I know it's been a long time since our previous video. I think that must have been around 3 weeks or something. I've had a few technical issues with my recording, so it did take quite a long time to get this sorted. But anyway, as you saw then, we put in a 2-day activity. I think that was the weight training. I want to improve the pace of my teammate. I feel that will really come in handy later on in the season. But now we're doing R&D. We're going to do engine power upgrade for the ignition system. That will be in time for, I think it was the Chinese Grand Prix. And we're also going to do, I mean, it's been a long time since I filmed this. Yeah, we're going to do a rear downforce upgrade as well, and might as well just do a weight distribution upgrade as well, because the balance is not spot on, but it's by all means not terrible. So that'll be coming for the Vietnam Grand Prix, I think, or is it the Chinese Grand Prix as well? I don't know. But anyway, we've got $2.08 million. Not sure whether to save up for some better parts or some better facilities or something, or whether I could just spend it on a cheaper thing. But I think I'm going to upgrade the simulator, because as with the weight training, I want to make sure my teammate is as fast as possible, so I'm sure that would help a lot. And also, we're on Team Acclaim level 2 now, which means we can sign a secondary sponsor, and the secondary sponsor that I've chosen is going to be XXY. The reason why is because the target is to complete all practice programs in a weekend. That's easy. I always do that because it's the best way to get resource points, to be honest, or at least one of the best ways. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to skip them or anything, but now that we've got the new sponsor, we can just put them on the car. I mean, you can just leave them if you wanted to, but I think the car would look better with them on. So I've chosen to put it on sponsor slot 2, and that would be it, I think. But anyway, we're at the Bahrain Grand Prix for this episode.
Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Completing practice, we got quite a lot of resource points actually. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Practice programs are one of the best ways to get resource points, and it looks like we're going to level up to Acclaim 3. Oh, well, okay, we just about missed out on it, but we'll get there eventually, after qualifying, I suppose. And speaking of qualifying, let's just do that. Okay, we're here in the car for qualifying 1. Our pace seems to have been pretty good around this track. Straight line speed is important here, and our car seems to be quite decent on that aspect, despite not having any upgrades. But qualifying 1, we finish in 14th, and we get out-qualified by our teammate. I think I just instantly jinxed myself, so that's a bit embarrassing. I promise you I didn't, because for our Q2 lap, I'm doing it on the soft tyres because I did set a time previously on the medium tyres, but as you can see, it just put us into 15th. So I want to try my best to get into Q3, but anyway, in this hairpin we're doing it quite smoothly, and turn 3, that was quite good. Now we're heading into turn 4. Third gear is good here. Sometimes you use fourth in the high performance cars, but that can be quite tricky sometimes. But here, easy third, as we just lose the back end out of turn 6 or 7. Now we're into
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here.
very easy to
We're out
lock up
qualify.
left-hander, but we actually did that quite well. And now we're going to head into turn whatever. I never remember the turn numbers, but I hope that's not important to you guys. If it is, let me know in the comments. Anyway, turning here is actually really good. Sometimes when I do time trial on there, I always understeer at that corner, but in this car we did it quite well. Anyway, round the final corner, fourth gear here, and on the main straight, open to DRS, and where does that put us? We're in 11th place. Right, yeah, we don't have enough time to set another lap either, so that is our qualifying position. Just letting Lando Norris by, he's the person who beat us by quite a small margin, and now we're going to see the final result. We're 12th. Okay, so I think somebody behind us, I don't know who, pushed us further down, and yeah, the grid looked quite normal. My teammate in 16th, but more surprisingly, Max Verstappen, he's 11th. After trying to get into Q3 on the medium tyres, that's not worked out for him, unlike his teammate. I mean, that's one of the first times I've ever seen Alex Albon beat Max Verstappen, but then again, this is the F1 game, so anything's possible, including our chances of getting a good result at this race is entirely possible, so we're going to see if we can do just that.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest.
Are you sure?
These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside.
They've literally got identical lap times.
Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel and Ricciardo, Perez, Sainz, Norris and Esteban Ocon, Verstappen, Holmes, Lance Stroll and Gasly, Kvyat, Matsushita, Kimi Raikkonen and Roman Grosjean, Magnussen, Russell, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
That's my target, Jeff. And one surprising thing is, well, I mean, first of all, first time I've seen Max Verstappen get out-qualified by Alexander Albon. Second thing, that's the first time I've ever seen teammates get, or any drivers actually, get literally exactly the same lap times. I've never seen that before. But anyway, as for the strategy, the game wants us to do mediums to hards, but I'm going to aim to do a normal one-stop strategy like before, but this time on the soft tyres, starting on the softs to go onto the hards. Let's see if it works. But anyway, my wheel was not calibrated, so I had to pause for a moment to calibrate it, and as you saw just then, I went into anti-stall. So that's a good start. I mean, one thing that's good is that the tyres are actually look like they've gone into the blankets. I mean, like in previous episodes of career mode, like 2019 or something, they were literally stone cold. So this time I think the tyres were not in the fridge, so that's nice to see. But anyway, lining up on the grid, ready for the race start. We're starting 12th, and
the rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
I don't have much patience, so come on other drivers, line up on the grid. Oh, there we go. Let's start the race as soon as possible. 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. First phase of the start was not good, second phase was amazing. As you can see, we've already jumped Max Verstappen. Esteban Ocon got a pretty good start as well, jumping Lando Norris. We're going to go for a dive down the inside into turn 1. It's only gained us 2 positions, but still better than nothing, eh? Next up we've got Carlos Sainz. We're using a bit of overtake down this straight. And into turn 4 we're going round the outside, but it's not worked out for us. We remain in P9. It's pretty much impossible to overtake here, so we're not going to be looking there. This is interesting. Never seen a move down there before. Into the hairpin, we get a terrible exit, and that allows Carlos Sainz to have a chance of catching up to us into the second, sorry, not the second, into the left-hander. Easy to lock up here, as I said before. But yeah, as you can see, that was not the best move in the world, but I mean, it worked nevertheless. Sergio Perez actually, I think he knocked off a bit of his front wing end plate, so that's something that will hold him back. But anyway, we've got our sights set on Carlos Sainz, going around this right-hander. We're using quite a lot of track there, but anyway, using overtake. I'm not sure why I should have done that, because obviously the long straight is the easiest place to overtake, but it turns out we didn't even need that, because we've already got past Sainz. We've run out of ERS deployment for this lap, but doesn't matter because Sainz is not going to try and overtake us here, is he? No. And anyway, it seems like I've messed up this corner, and I have, and I've gone completely off the track, and that allows Sainz to catch up a bit. But this time we do get a good exit out of this corner. Sainz uses a bit of his overtake, I think. I'm going to leave space into this left-hander, and this time it's his turn to get a bad exit, and we stay ahead. That's nice. Anyway, next car ahead is Charles Leclerc, and we're going to try and catch up to him on lap 4. We've got DRS and overtake. We're using Rich. Are we going to go for a dive down the inside into turn 1? And not much space there, but we do manage to make the move stick, and that is us up into, what's that, 6th place? And that was a very bold move indeed. And yeah, that compromised Leclerc a little bit, but so it's alright. Next up we've got the other Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, trying to get a good run out of the final corner. Once again we've got DRS, we're using Rich and overtake, and that Ferrari is actually quite quick in the straight line. I mean, we have only got a Renault engine, but we once again down the inside into turn 1, and that's up into P5. Nice. Next up is Ricciardo. I think it'll be a bit harder to overtake him. I mean, he's got the same engine as us, so yeah, it's going to be a bit trickier, but let's see what we can do. Now, hang on, is that... Yeah, that's Ricciardo pitting for... What tyres is he going on to? He's going on to the medium tyres, as is Carlos Sainz, is that? Yeah, that's Carlos Sainz. And so did Sebastian Vettel. And there you go. They'll probably be doing a two-stop in this race. Lewis Hamilton goes for a set of soft tyres, so he's definitely doing a two-stop. And Albon, once again, medium tyres. And that's Esteban Ocon, he's going on to the mediums as well. We just ran out of time then to have a look, but anyway, we were due to pit on lap 8, but I'm going to try and stretch it out further, go to lap 9 and then pit on this lap. Bottas pits for which tyres is he going on to? I think he went on to the softs again, but anyway, for the second time in the second episode of this series, we inherit the lead of the Grand Prix for now. It's probably not going to last long anyway, but yep, there you go, soft tyres for Bottas. He's once again committed to do a two-stop strategy, and now the four people behind us are all on medium tyres. They haven't pitted yet, so that's Verstappen, Stroll, Kvyat, and my teammate. He's doing quite well, isn't he? Let's see how he does it in the final result. As you can see, I'm starting to lose a lot of grip here, and I'm going to lose the rear here into this left-hander as well. This is a bit like driving in Turkey, in Istanbul Park.
Good stopping this lap.
But anyway, we're going to get rid of those tyres, go on to the hards, and hopefully they will be able to go to the end of the race. Now Max Verstappen leads the Grand Prix. Starting from 11th place, going to first is really rather good. But then again, he hasn't pitted yet, so let's see how he finishes on the hards. By stretching our tyres out long, it's not worked out for us. As you can see, Sainz and Leclerc have managed to do the undercut on us, and seems like Esteban Ocon is going to be able to overtake us here into turn 4. Is he? No, he's not. Okay. Is he going to try into turn 7? No, sorry, not turn 7, turn 5. Where did turn 7 come from? Anyway, now we're at turn 7. Just as we paused the game to have a look at the replay of that quite strange move. But anyway, I think he gets a bad run. He uses a bit of overtake, and that move is never going to work at that place. So good luck with that, Ocon. Anyway, coming out of turn 7, we are trying to catch up to Sainz. I think Sainz is doing a two-stop as well, so we should be able to get him eventually.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to
we've got
utilise
quite a lot
this
of
energy.
overtake actually. We've burned a bit now, but I think we had about a full battery or something just then, so it's nice to see that we have something left. And now we've got another drag race into turn 1, and that really does make the title of this video. As you can see, drag race into turn 1. Sainz is going for the inside on Leclerc. I'm going for the inside of Sainz, and I outbraked myself, sorry, and we have to cut the corner of turn 2 to be able to make it round, and it has that move turned out to be legal, and that was enough to keep me ahead of Sainz. Here's a replay. As you can see, cut the corner completely, but I didn't go past the bollard, so that's fine. And Sainz doesn't get the RS, so he's basically a sitting duck. But it turns out Leclerc didn't manage to overtake him, so he's okay. Sort of. Next up we've got Sebastian Vettel. He seems to be stuck behind some slower cars, so he wants to make some overtakes there. And talking of overtakes, we've got another big one coming into turn 1, another dive bomb, another outbraking of myself, and I've hit Albon a little bit, and we're going to try and overtake him. I'm trying to get a thumbnail there, and yeah, that's quite an interesting move. But anyway, back to the overtake on Albon. We're going to go down the inside into turn 4. It's probably not going to work out for us. No, it's not. Can we get good enough traction for turn 5? Not really an overtaking corner, so no, we're not going to overtake him there. But anyway, we'll hopefully get him on Main Straight. Have another drag race, eh? And no, it's not going to happen. No. But anyway, now that more people have quitted, we're now in P6, make that P7 as Vettel overtakes us into turn 1. I mean, technically, I think the Ferrari is a faster car in a straight line, and possibly around the corners as well. But are we going to try and overtake him into turn 4? This is going to be very tricky indeed. I mean, thought about it, but no way that's going to work. So, there you go. We're stuck in P6 at the moment. I don't think we have the pace to get past that Ferrari, especially when we're sliding around like that. So, there you go, we've gone out of DRS range. He's already over a second ahead, but he's going to be behind us because he pits, as does Ricciardo. And that gives us a podium place. With the 2 Red Bulls ahead, we'll make that 1 Red Bull because Alexander Albon pits for a new set of tyres. It must be the soft tyres. I mean, if he's not going on to the softs, that would be an interesting decision, but let's see. I think he might have gone on to the mediums actually. I might check that out later. But here comes Hamilton. He's got a faster car. I'm not really going to defend that, or am I? Seems like I actually managed to get a better exit out of the final corner, but it's not going to help. He gets DRS, and there you go. He takes a decision quite easily. So yeah, no need to fight that. Next up to overtake me is Valtteri Bottas, and once again Mercedes engine works out quite well for him. However, he's not able to overtake us into turn 4. But is he going to overtake us around the final corner? Yes, he is. And once again, bad exit. And actually, we get DRS because we were actually behind him at the detection zone. So that's nice to see. And I mean, at this rate, we could try and steal a podium if we can fight off a Mercedes, which is very tricky at this stage because we've got a season 1 My Team car, which let's just say it's not quick. It's not terrible. It's not a Mercedes, is it? Anyway, we're going to try and go down the inside at turn 1. We managed to outbrake the Mercedes, and yeah, that was a good move.
You made it look easy.
And no, Jeff, I did not make it look easy. I made it look super hard. And there you go, back into the podium position. I mean, if we try clinching onto this, it'll be looking good for us. What's not looking good for Bottas is what happened just then. I think he tried to go down the inside of us into turn 5. It's not worked out for him. He gets overtaken by Stroll now. So let's see what happened here. So here we go into turn 5. He tries to overtake us, but I'm not sure. I mean, I couldn't really have given him that much more space. I mean, I could, but to be honest, there wasn't really much space at that corner. So, as I always said, turn 5 is not an overtaking corner. So, I'm not sure if I could say that's my fault, but again, I can't say if it's Bottas's fault either. So, let me know in the comments below. Should I have got a penalty for that or something?
Verstappen has just moved
Was it
into
my
first
fault?
place.
Let me know. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. in the comments. So there you go. We're sort of in the middle of nowhere at this point, because Stroll is over 6.5 seconds behind us. Hamilton's over 6.5 seconds ahead of us. So as long as we drive well and consistently, we should be okay. What's not okay for Charles Leclerc is that he's just retired from the race, and that's brought out a virtual safety car. Hopefully that doesn't affect us too much. I mean, virtual safety cars usually last for about half a lap. But there you go. Charles Leclerc has got an engine issue, and he's retiring. Yeah, so as I said, safety cars usually bring the cars closer together, but since virtual safety cars only last for about half a lap, hopefully that doesn't affect us too much. But yeah, I mean, we should be okay.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we
Relax,
risk a
Steph.
penalty. Slow your
We're
pace
fine.
immediately.
And yep, I was absolutely right. They only last half a lap,
VSC
and
ending, we're going green.
we are
Maintain
back
positive delta until the green flags.
in normal racing conditions. It seems like that can't be right. What? Hamilton is 1 lap ahead of... No, he's not. Okay.
Gap to
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. For some reason it said that Hamilton was 1 lap ahead of us. I don't remember being lapped by him, so yeah, that must be a mistake. But there goes Stroll overtaking us on the DRS straight. We're going to once again dive bomb into turn 1 down the inside, and we managed to hold the position. But are we going to be able to defend from Ricciardo? I know he's really quick in a straight line, same engine as us, remember. But into turn 4, we managed to hold on, but only just about. Don't forget, this is the last lap of the Grand Prix now, so it's vital that we can defend as well as possible. Jeff just said they are retiring from the race. When he says they, he means Daniel Kvyat. He must have got some sort of mechanical issue or something. But anyway, yeah, I think, yeah, Ricciardo has got DRS. Is he going to try going down the inside into turn whatever? I think that's turn 9, is it? Yeah, but we managed to hold on, and oh, as you can see, the rear tyres are really suffering here, and we go completely off the track. Ricciardo passes us, nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is try and go down the inside around the final corner. A bit of a rough move there, but across the line we managed to snatch off a podium in the end.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
And there go the other cars passing me, as if the race hasn't even ended yet. We get driver of the day, that's nice.
That's it for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and a real champion's drive to take the win. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, Crofty, this was won through an abundance of speed and an abundance of skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all.
That sounds a bit like me, actually.
Really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race, surely, that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Final result, there you go. Hamilton drops down to P2. Verstappen wins the race from P11. I mean, it's almost as if we followed him through, but to be honest, I didn't really have any close encounters with him. But here we go. This is what the drag race towards the finish line looked like. I mean, yeah, this race really was
This result
putting
narrows the
straight
gap
line
between
speed
our
into
championship
priority,
leader
because
and the rest of the standings.
that's
Now, let's discuss
the
Ant,
main
which
thing
you
that
say is
actually
a
put us
contender for
into
driver of the day.
the
They had
podium
to give it to
position.
Holmes. They did a great job
And
of getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace.
with that result,
It's a very
we
handy
jumped
skill
all the
to
way
have
up
in
into
modern-day Formula
fourth
One.
Let's move
in
on
the
to
standings,
constructors.
so
Our
that's
championship
ahead
leaders
of
retain their position, but
the
their
Ferrari
lead is
drivers,
shrinking.
ahead of
Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved
some others.
their position. A
And
strong weekend from
now
them as
in
they
the
find their way
constructors'
towards
standings,
the top.
we're fifth.
After an event like that,
Racing
who
points
knows what
dropped
the
to
sport has in
fourth,
store for
so
us next
I
time?
think we're
Be sure
going to
join
try and
us
catch
again
them.
as we continue to
But
bring you the
that's going to be
latest
difficult.
excitement
Racing Point
in
is a strong
Formula
team,
One.
and now with Codemasters actually giving them some an extra bit of performance, yeah, it's never going to be easy. And with the strategy, I mean, that was really the main thing that put us into this kind of result. I mean, you can see all of the others actually didn't do soft to hard, so the closest they got to our strategy was mediums to hard, so one stop was definitely the best strategy here. So you saw Max Verstappen, my teammate, Kimi Raikkonen, I'm sure there's others as well. And talking of my teammate, he actually scores his first points finish in his career on only the second race. So it's nice to see that he is doing well as well. So
amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
yeah, as I said before, I mean, straight line speed really was the most important aspect of our car here, and I'm sure it will be useful elsewhere.
Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race.
Yep, that's exactly what I said. The team also did really good pit stops as well. I mean, I think it was around the low 2 seconds or high 1.9 or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it was great.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
Don't really have a secret. I mean, the car's really good, and the team helped as well, so that's all I can say.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Not much I could do about that. These things happen, and you know, some of them weren't my fault. You saw Bottas.
Appreciate your time.
And there we go. That's the interview done. And now we're going to see our claims. As you can see, after qualifying, we're already in claim 3, and I think that's going to go onto level 4 now. So for the next episode, hopefully we can go on to level 5, and that would enable us to sign another secondary sponsor, and that would be really cool, because it can just help with our overall progress in cash and the team overall in all. So there you go, another beauty picture of what happened at the end of the race. That really was amazing, this race, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to make sure you don't miss amazing videos like this. I mean, that was quite an amazing dive bomb there. I mean, actually when I look back at it, it's not as good as I hoped it was, but also looking at the replay, my sponsors still haven't appeared on there, so that's definitely something that I need to look into, why my sponsors aren't even on the car. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, comment and share, obviously, and I'll see you guys for another episode or any other kind of videos later on. Hopefully I can get another one this weekend. I mean, there's no F1 Grand Prix this weekend, but talking of real life F1, amazing achievement from Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champ now. And yeah, it's amazing to see that. It's just amazing to see him go that far in general. So congrats to him, and I'll see you guys later for another episode very soon. Also, I'm planning to do another F1 2019 career mode video. Let me know in the comments whether you would like to see more of that. I'm quite reluctant to stop it, to be honest, because I mean, we've only done about less than half a season, so I would like to finish it at least. So let me know in the comments whether you want to see me carry on. Also, let me know in the comments of other videos ideas. What does videos ideas mean? I meant video ideas. But anyway, that's the end of the video. See you next time.